Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the portfolio. And yet again, we're up almost $1,000. Or actually, we're above $1,000 today, which is basically a few days in a row of being over $1,000 up. And we're up 2.97% during trading days and up 0.59% after hours. Basically above $1,000 today. And in the past week, up $4,499.45. And today, finally, two stocks of mine that I really wanted to build out a position over time exploded upwards. And it's finally not NIO stock. NIO actually went down today. But it was Jumia and MP Materials. And honestly, I wanted to get these two to 200 shares before it got up. But boom, out of nowhere, it exploded upwards today. Jumia being up 10.83% and then up 1.9% after hours. I do have 38 shares, which is 29 shares, which is basically nothing. I wanted to get this one up to at least 100 shares. I'm gonna have to slowly build it up over time. Whenever I see red days, I am planning to get some more of this stock. I probably should have bought some over here on January 6th, and probably should have bought it very heavy. And then the next one is MP Material. This one being up 17.5% and then up 2% after hours, almost 20% up. And you could have got this one at below $30 and now it's at 35. This would have been a very good one to get. I mean, I believe it's still a pretty good buy as long as you can get it below its 52-week highs. MP being still about $5 below its 52-week high, and Jumia being about $8, or yeah, basically $8 below its 52-week highs. So I'd say you would want to get. I would want to get as many shares as I can below before it gets $50. I'm gonna slowly build it out over time. Even if I get a little bit into the margin area, I'm probably gonna do it. But I don't want to really get into a lot of margin, so most likely I want to build it out to maybe 100 shares each, and then after that, I'm just gonna slowly buy shares every week, using it, just selling calls on it. It's probably the plan. So once I can get 100 shares, you can start selling covered calls, in which you can make an extra $50 per week if you play it safely, or if you want to play a bit more safe, you can get $30 per week. And you probably won't get executed, but if you have one of these days where it goes up 20% one day, then you probably will get your covered call will get executed, and you would have to share your 100 shares. But yeah, most likely I will buy the enough to get 100 shares of each of these, so as fast as possible. And then I would have these three as my biggest positions: Shopify, and then Shopify. Any extra money that I make, I'm putting it into Shopify, right? So short term, I have my position built up for NIO. I probably won't be buying more shares of NIO unless there's more than 5% dip into it. Then I'll buy some. Jumia and MP Materials, I want to get to at least 100 shares, and then slowly over time get it to 200 shares. And I probably would want to get MP Material, buy as much as possible before it passes $50. And same thing with Jumia. Both of these, buy as much as possible before it hits 50. Shopify, just buy as much as you can over time, because this one's going to be $1 trillion soon, in my opinion. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion. This is what I'm going to do personally for my account, and I do all these things based on what I prefer to do and my financial how I am doing financially. So I'm willing to take the risk, and if I'm willing to risk losing some of this money for the possibility of it going up a lot, and that's fine with me. If I lost all $30,000 of this, it really wouldn't affect my life, because this is just money that I just throw away, right? I don't really use it right now. I have my own emergency fund already, and everything. And also, I would recommend to have a emergency fund, maybe like around 2 to 3 months worth of your monthly expenses just saved in your emergency fund, just in case any bad things happen to you. Hopefully nothing bad happens, but just in case anything bad happens, I have my emergency fund. But yeah, then I have my Afria position at 400. I probably want to get 500 shares into it. Tesla stock, I'm just buying whenever it goes down a lot. Even this one, Corsair Gaming, went up 7%. I would like to get this one also to 100 shares. I have 67 shares in it right now. Square stock just keeps going up. This is another one. Buy whenever it goes down. Dropbox, another nice play right here. I think this is more of a value play, honestly. I feel like Dropbox is undervalued and it should be worth a lot more, because it is growing pretty quickly, and it's basically valued like if it wasn't even growing that much. Beyond Meat's like another one that I bought just to diversify a little bit. I feel like this one's going to be worth a lot more later on, and I wanted to get out of the tech space. And then I have my last one, a cannabis company, basically like a REIT. This one, I missed the boat on this one for so many years. I was looking at this one actually when it IPO'd, when I started working. I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah. And I did buy some, but then I sold, and I should have just kept it because it is up 800%, and it actually pays you a dividend of 2.51%. The PE ratio is 57, so this one's actually pulling out a profit compared to 95% of the cannabis companies. This one's pulling out a profit, and it pays you a dividend, which is insane. And it's actually up. If you look at almost any other company, let's just look at my Afria position, which is actually doing pretty good in. If you look at all time, it's still down from when it IPO'd on November 2nd. If you look at any other one like Aurora Cannabis, this one I've been in for so long, even this one's down an insane amount. Like, look at that. From its all-time highs, it's not even close to being there. Same thing with every other one. I think even Tilray's down a lot from where it used to be. I think this one used to go up to like $300 at one time. When it IPO'd, it went up to 300, and it's never even been close to coming back to that. And this is the only one that I've seen that's actually been doing pretty well, and I believe it will continue to do very well. And I wouldn't mind having a huge position in this one long term. And there we go, just another update on how I'm doing. I'm trying to get back to my all-time highs. Well, a year ago, 41,000. This is when I had a Tesla, and then boom, I actually had a lot of margin, and it automatically sold all my position because I was 100% in margin. And that's one thing, is don't buy 100% in margin, because you never know when there's going to be a crash. And whenever there's a crash, they're going to force you to sell all of your stocks before you start losing their money. That's one of the things. And there you go. That's a little update for you guys today of the portfolio. NIO, I built out the position already. Jumia, I want to get to 100 shares. MP Material, 200 shares. Shopify, always a buy. It's just always a buy, in my opinion. Afria, I have most of my position built up. Tesla, buy whenever there's a dip. Corsair Gaming, try to get to 100 shares. Square, buy whenever there's a dip. Dropbox, I have 100 shares already, maybe get to 200. Beyond Meat, just a play to diversify. And IPR, buy whenever it goes down.